board, with it till I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who is next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folger, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty. Talking all aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace spoons on, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Going to sneak it, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. After the run, Watson going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. This is caught. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Jackson's going to keep it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. That makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. I remember the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit his safety back.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They're going option play on 3rd down. Good gain of 14 yards, but not enough. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustain. And now Watson throws another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Jackson on first down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jackson, the man in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Maybe a free play for Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
On the 6.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Jet sweep, here's Bateman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Deshaun Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the Ravens line here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson, the man in motion left. Here's Jackson on first down. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. In motion left, that's Jackson. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. That is caught with Sean Bateman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Jackson, the man in motion left. On second down, it's Edwards. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little babies. TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother, we the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the camp.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. They should have cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kangol, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca-key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with a slab. Pay what it cost for the tank.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start. Jackson looking to throw right away. And
incomplete to open things up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one is 62 yards in the air. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal from the 5. Jackson going to run, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out, and the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Back to throw, Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, That's a win for that play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualize.
He's got a man complete. There he goes, right side. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
In motion right comes Jackson. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They go play action with Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Watson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. It's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, an even 90 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball in that stage from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Greg Newsome up to make the snap.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Jackson going to run again. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. 2nd and inches is oftentimes
an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes he just...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, throw left side, complete. That's Hunt. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion left, that's Jackson. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. On fourth down, here's the option. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Chubb running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
There's the athleticism of Tyus Bowser on display. Wrapping him up, no problem. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. A give running right is Chubb. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 103 yards for him on the ground as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for the 1st down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it? Nothing
fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good try.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. They begin this drive with Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Watson. Incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones. But now it's 3rd down.
makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Tyus Bowser able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that was ugly all around as that will set the return team up in the red zone. Wow. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 3rd down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. This one, loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On a bad time late for a poor throw, it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Now Jackson. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Jackson, the man in motion left. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. To throw, Watson. That's going to be taken in by Felton. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Watson to throw. That one caught by Felton. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Still 15 yards to go, second down. Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here on 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. A slant route caught by Bateman. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 79 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a first down coming up. In motion right is Robinson. They go play action now. Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And Jackson going to hold on to it again. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups.
Touchdown! As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy, but the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, David.
I kind of figured that was coming.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to it.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So it's a win here for the Ravens. And it was just too much for Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground. And that defense, they really had no answer for